American Assassin is directed by Michael Cuesta, written by Edward Zwick and Marshall Erskowitz, and it stars Dylan O'Brien, Michael Keaton, and Taylor Kitsch, among others. In this movie, Mitch Rapp, played by Dylan O'Brien, suffers a personal tragedy and sets himself on a personal vendetta until he is forcibly recruited by the secret association of spies known as Orion. He then enters a counterterrorism mission against Taylor Kitsch with the help of Michael Keaton. I want to let everybody know, I went into this movie completely blind. I always heard about this movie, but I never saw a single trailer because it never hit theaters when I went to see movies. And so I went into this liking the actors, liking the genre, liking the premise from what I've heard of it. And Dylan O'Brien is very good in this film. I really like this kid as an actor. I like him in the Maze Runner movies, and I like everything I've seen him in, basically, even though I don't watch Teen Wolf, nor will I ever. He plays this very intense guy who's on this very personal mission, and you feel that for him because it's a very good story that is told there, and he is a sarcastic, very blunt type of person, and he builds a very good relationship with Michael Keaton, who's also very good in this film, and the relationship between them and what one has to teach the other, and how one does things differently from the other is the best part of this movie. The chemistry between them, the dialogue between them, everything between these two is the heart and soul of the movie, and is what really makes you invested in the story. Because these guys aren't really pulling any punches. They don't start off not liking each other and then turn out to like each other. These two have a very uneasy relationship, and the movie keeps that throughout, which I thought was a very good element. Michael Keaton is a fantastic actor, and he has a fine performance in here. It's not like this material is asking for him to have a tour de force, but he is fine, and he does the most that he can, and he is relishing the role with the character that he is given. Taylor Kitsch, I always want what's the best for him. I think he's a very underrated actor. In this movie, he is fine, but he's exactly the type of villain you are expecting him to be. The first scene where he comes on, you're looking at the scene and you're like, he's going to be this type of villain in a film like this. And yes, he is that type of villain in a film like this. Also, the fight sequences in this movie are very good. I really enjoy the fight sequences. They are brutal. They do not have so many cuts. They let you see the punches. They let you feel the punches and the kicks and the shots and the knife stabs and everything. They are very, very well done, and I gotta congratulate the fight choreographer. They do not feel choreographed at all. And I think Dylan O'Brien, Michael Keaton, and Taylor Kitsch, all of them pull them off very well. And the direction in this film is fine. It's generic action for this type of movie. It's not bad, but it's not really something that is going to make this director stand out. But he does his best work, again, with the relationship and chemistry and the character moments between Dylan O'Brien and Michael Keaton. But the problems of this movie really boggle down to the script. Besides Michael Keaton and Dylan O'Brien, the rest of the dialogue in this film can be kind of rough, and also the editing. There are so many scenes in this film that end so abruptly. You're like, wait, is that over? What about that conversation these characters were having? And the movie just keeps on going, and while it keeps on going, at the same time it feels very rushed, and also it feels like it's dragging, because this movie sometimes drags sequences for over the time that it needed to. This movie drags a little bit, and it's a little bit longer than it should have been. They should have cut this movie down for about 15 minutes. And I honestly found that the movie took itself way too seriously. There are moments in here that are so over the top, and the movie doesn't feel like it is having any fun with this spy thriller elements of this story that allow the mechanism of this narrative to progress. Until this movie really kicks off and you really go into the meat of the story, it really takes a while. But again, the first 30 minutes are the most interesting and the most promising of the film. But I did not hate this movie. It's fine. It's watchable. I would say Netflix it. The actors are miles above this material, and they are the ones who allow you to feel anything at all for what is going on screen. The action scenes are brutal, the movie is rated R, it doesn't pull any punches on the violence or in the dialogue, and that makes it enjoyable. But despite its good performances and enjoyable action sequences, its overly dramatic plot and overly dramatic tone make it for something very uneven, and I will say that American Assassin, whether you watch it or not, your heart will go on. What did you think of American Assassin, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite assassin versus assassin movie? I have more reviews coming for you guys. Tomorrow, my review for Detroit, and on Friday, my review for Kingsman: The Golden Circle. There's a review for Kingsman: The Secret Service already on my channel, so please go check it out if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the freaking best. I love you all, and so until tomorrow, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and And if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so we can be geeky. United!